Welcome to Playful Faith. My name is Troy Cady, and I have the honor of serving as your host for the next 8 weeks. I am really looking forward to getting to know you and to just growing and exploring and learning together. I trust that you'll find this to be an enriching experience. In this video, I would like to kind of introduce you to the big idea of this course and also to a few of the mechanics that will help everything go a little bit smoothly for the next 8 weeks. And as I do this, I'd like to do it in a slightly different kind of way. As I give you the big idea of the course, I'm going to share with you some footage that I took as I was walking my dog the other day in my neighborhood. It was a day that I was feeling a little bit playful and just enjoying my surroundings. And so as I share with you these next few thoughts, I hope that you enjoy this walk around the neighborhood that I had with my dog the other day. Let's go. I wonder if you've ever thought of God as a child who could live next door to you. And one nice summer day, this child comes to the front door of your home and knocks. You answer the door, and the child asks, "Can you come out and play with me?" I wonder if you've ever thought of God as someone who would just like to play with you. I think a lot of us have a hard time imagining that, but I think it's not far-fetched to imagine God this way, because Christians believe that God became a child, and his name was Jesus. Yes, Jesus was a child at one point in his life, and as a child, he played. I know that because it's what all children do. And sometimes I think one of the big differences between Jesus and us is that when Jesus grew up, he still knew how to play really well with people. And he took time to play with them. Think about it. We know that he sang and danced and feasted. He told stories and he attended parties. He made things with his hands and he took naps. Jesus showed us that God is a God of delight, freedom, and abundant joy. That's why I say that Jesus showed us really that God is actually more playful than we realize. In fact, this was one of the things that threw his own followers for a loop. One day, some parents were bringing their children to have Jesus bless them. But the disciples thought Jesus was too important to be bothered with children, so the disciples were trying to shoo the children away. But Jesus said to them, "No, no, no, no. Let the children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Truly, I tell you, unless you change and become like a little child, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." That's what this course is about. It's about changing and becoming more like a child in our relationship with God, in our approach to life, and in our relationship with others. Because children are playful, ultimately, This course is about becoming more playful in our heart and mind and spirit. So that's why this series is called Playful Faith. I find it telling that Jesus not only took the time to be with the children, but that he blessed them. That means that he delighted in them and enjoyed them when he was with them. He was glad to spend time with them, and I imagine they were glad to just be with him. Whenever I picture the scene, I picture Jesus playing with them, laughing and smiling. Now I wonder if you've ever pictured yourself as one of those children. I ask because that is what you are. That is who you are. You are one of those children. You are God's child. God delights in you and enjoys you. And God is glad to spend time with you playing. After all, God just wants to be with you. God just wants to be with you. I hope that you will let that message sink into your heart and mind and spirit throughout this series together, throughout our experiences together. That is my prayer for you, and I will be praying for each of you by name every single day to that end. Now I'd like to give you a little bit of a feel for how each week will go as we begin the course. Every Monday, there will be a video with a story that I'm going to tell that will be a story from the Bible, but I'm going to tell it in a childlike kind of way in hopes of enticing us to become and think, to be and think and act more and more like children, more playfully in our faith. So there will be a video every Monday morning, and along with that video, there will be a PDF that you can download that will contain ideas for you to respond to that week's video, that week's content. Please know that the response guide, the ideas in there are just suggestions. They're just ideas. There's nothing in there that you have to do. There's nothing that you're obligated to do. They're just ideas. So if you think of your own ways of responding to the story, practicing being more childlike, more playful in your faith, feel free to run with that. Okay? Well, then on Tuesday and Wednesday, there will be some interactive elements online. There will be on Monday as well, but on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll post a question or a scenario or some kind of a prompt on the forum here that you can respond to. I want to encourage you to respond to those because it's as we interact with one another that our learning will be enhanced. We'll build relationships, you'll make new friends, and it will just be a richer experience for everyone. So that invitation is there for you every Tuesday and Wednesday. Then on Thursday or Friday, depending on when most people are able to meet, we will have the opportunity for a 1-hour live Zoom call. There is a poll that I'd like you to take that you can click on that's in this article. that you can indicate the day and the times that work best for you to do that Zoom call. Realize that we're not really going to be able to find a day and a time that works for everyone to be on the Zoom call, but I would like us to fill out that poll so that we can at least catch most of the people who would like to be on that Zoom call. We can make that available to you. So that'll be on Thursday or Friday, depending on the results of the poll. Then on Saturday or Sunday, I'm not going to post any new content. Those are days where you can just kind of either catch up or you can just practice, just play, rest, have fun, enjoy yourself. They're designed for you, that space is designed for you to just play. And so that'll be our rhythm for the next 8 weeks. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you need help with any of the technical aspects of this course, please feel free to reach out to me. I may be able to help you with certain things. You can always send me a private message as well, and I will try and respond as quickly as I can. I'd like to close now with a quote from Richard Rohr in his book, Falling Upward. The subtitle of the book is A Spirituality for the Two Halves of Life. And there's a little passage here, just a very few sentences here, on page 108 of his book that really captures, once again, the essence of what we're after in this course. And here's what he says. I now hope and believe that a kind of second simplicity is the very goal of mature adulthood and mature religion. Although we often used it in a derogatory way, I wonder if this was not our intuition when we spoke of older people as in a second childhood. Maybe that is where we are supposed to go, he asks. It is the conviction of this series, the big idea of this series is indeed that is where we are supposed to go. It involves changing and becoming like children. It involves being born again, each new day, responding to God's invitation to just be with us, to let God delight in us and enjoy us and love us, and to delight in God, enjoy God, and love God in return as a child. May it be so with us. Amen.